Good. Welcome class 6 to the online bio classes. Today we will continue with the same chapter number 4, digestive system, in which we had already studied about the different types or the parts of digestive system, the organs which are present in it, like mouth, food pipe, stomach, intestine, and the accessory glands like liver, pancreas, and the salivary gland, which help in the process of digestion. Then we studied about maintaining the healthy digestive system, in which we studied about indigestion, what causes indigestion, and what are the steps by which we can prevent indigestion of food. Now today we have to start with the causes of indigestion was already done. Today we have to start with unhealthy food habits. So which food habits are not good for our health? That is, they are unhealthy. What are they? That one which do not help us in our digestion of food. Sometimes we do not take our breakfast on time, skip our breakfast. Why? Because we are in a hurry to go to school, we do not have time and we have to get ready for the school. So in that hurry we forget to take the breakfast. So what happens if we do not take the breakfast? Breakfast is the most important part of our diet and we should take it regularly, because if we skip the breakfast, then what will happen? We will feel dizziness, means chakkar, and then we can also feel uncomfortable, weakness. So because of which some students do faint in the assembly also, you may have seen. And when asked, why did you faint? What is the reason? What do they say? They forgot to take the breakfast. So remember to take the breakfast on time and regularly. Do not skip. Skip means do not jump. Means without taking breakfast, directly taking the tiffin and then the lunch and the dinner. That is not good. So first point of unhealthy food habits is skipping breakfast. Skipping means not taking breakfast. Okay, breakfast is the first food which we take after brushing. Skipping breakfast is an unhealthy food habit, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and in the morning we lack or we skip the breakfast due to lack of time. Skipping breakfast can decrease the blood sugar level. So it decreases blood sugar level. Decreases blood sugar. So if blood sugar is decreased, then what will happen? The person will feel giddy and tired. Feeling of giddiness and tired means the person will appear very much tired. Early in the morning feeling tired and giddy. Why? Because of skipping of breakfast due to the decrease in the level of glucose or sugar in our blood. So this can lead to poor concentration of work, and we may not concentrate in our studies. So lack of concentration in studies. It will cause lack of concentration in our work, that is in our studies, that is our work. Like if you study, you may not pay attention to whatever the teachers are teaching. So you must take your breakfast. Never skip the breakfast. Okay. Then the second point of unhealthy food habits is long gaps between meals. Long gaps between meals. You know that we take 3 meals in a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In between we take the snacks also. So if there is a very long gap of time in between the 2 meals, like you are taking lunch at suppose 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. and then the dinner at night by 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. It's such a long duration, from 2 to 10, 8 hours of gap is there. So due to this long duration or long gap between the 2 meals, it causes us to be more hungry and that result in consuming more and more food. We eat a lot, that is called overeating, and that can lead to increase in our body fats, because the excess food will get stored in the form of fats, and it is not a good habit. So eating one large meal instead of timely small meals can affect our body's metabolism. Metabolism means in which all the process of digestion, absorption, as well as respiration occurs. So having longer gaps between the meals makes us more hungrier and weak also. So we can feel weak and more hungry. We can feel weak and more hungry if there is a lot of gap between the two meals. We tend to overeat. So that is, in between the two meals, if long gaps is there will be overeating. Lot of food we can take at a time. Why? Because we are taking a food at a time, so that will cause overeating of food, and it may get stored as fat, and the person, that is the child or the adult, may become obese. Obese means the person who is suffering from fatty condition, like person becomes too much fat. So it can cause obesity. Obese means obesity. Why? Due to accumulation of fats in our body. Okay? Because you are consuming lot of food after a long gap, so those food particles will change into fats and get stored in the body, and the person will be suffering from a condition called obesity or obese, in which the person will become fatty. Then third one is, that can also lead to bloating, and it can also cause bloating, and it can also cause acidity. That is, indigestion problem will be there, because at a time if you will eat, what will happen? The food may not get digested nicely. Okay, so that's why we must take the smaller meals at a particular time instead of eating one large meal at a time. Okay, now the third one is overeating. The stomach can expand. You know, stomach is a muscular organ. So if you are very hungry, you can keep on eating, and it will expand and accommodate all the food. That is, 1.5 liters of food can be consumed, can be taken in the stomach. So consuming more food can make you feel uncomfortable. You may have seen if your food is very tasty, you keep on eating, and after some time you complain, oh, his stomach is paining now. Why? You have consumed lot of food. You have taken a lot of water at a time, and it can make you feel uncomfortable. It can make you feel uncomfortable and put pressure on your stomach, causing stomach ache. So you may have seen many children do complain after taking breakfast, now stomach is paining, or even in the tiffin time also. Why they complain of the stomach ache? Maybe the reason is they are eating a lot of tiffin, which is very tasty, from different friends. They consume all, and then they complain, now stomach ache is there. Why? Because it has put pressure on the walls of stomach. The stomach can hold 1.5 liters of food. If more food is like put inside the stomach, then what will it cause? It will cause stomach pain, that is called stomach ache. And it can bring about a feeling of lethargy, means sickness. Now next one, eating late at night. It is generally said that we must take our dinner at a fixed time, before 8, before 9 or 10, in between 9 and 10 is okay. If you are getting up early in the morning, you must take your dinner earlier, so that you can go to bed hardly by 10 p.m. and then you can get sufficient amount of sleep if you get up early in the morning at 6 also. Because in between 10 and 6, there will be 8 hours gap, which is sufficient for your rest, that is your sleep. So long gaps between lunch and dinner make us eat more in the dinner time. Just now I told you, we take generally the lunch after school. So the school is over at 2, we go home, means after half an hour at 2:30 if you take your lunch, then the dinner will be taken at 9 or 9:30. So what is the time period between 9:30 to 2:30? It will be near about 7 hours, 8 hours. Sometimes we take late dinner also at 10 or 10:30. So if 7-8 hours gap is there, you can imagine we will feel more hungry and we can eat more at night in the dinner. That will cause our sleep disturbance, because once your stomach is fully filled, when you go to sleep, immediately after taking your dinner, you will not feel sleepy because of your fully filled stomach. So just after the dinner, we need to take some walk so that the food can be settled properly, so that we will feel comfortable. So this shortens the sleep duration and it will disturb our natural clock. So it can cause indigestion, hyperacidity, weight gain, and the risk of obesity. So if there is eating late at night, means you are eating then the specific time, like generally you take dinner suppose at 9 p.m. But suppose today you are, or yesterday you ate at 11 p.m. due to some reason, due to some party or whatever may be. So if we eat late at night, then our general or specific time, it will cause many problems. What are they? Hyperacidity, that is acidic problem may be there. There may be weight gain, indigestion, and the risk of obesity. Now next is munching on high calorie food while doing other activities. Like sometimes we are watching the television show and we are not minding and taking kurkure and others, this fast foods. So they are also adding to our calorie. That will keep on adding to the amount of food we take, and it will get stored in the body and it will cause indigestion problem. Apart from that, it will also cause, like while reading books also, we are consuming some snacks or browsing the internet. This causes overeating and we are unable to estimate how much we ate while we are doing some other work. So that habit is also not good. Then eating junk food regularly. There are some students or people who are in the habit of always or every day consuming the junk food. They will start their morning with the junk food, like early in the morning they will go to market or from the nearby shop they will get some Maggi, kurkure, this, that, and they will start from early morning. So whole day they will be consuming some or the other types of junk food, which is not healthy because it can cause many health problems. So food like chips, pizzas and chocolates, they have high fats and sugar and they have low nutrients in them. Nutritional value is very less, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, they are very less. And these are called junk food. So we should avoid eating the junk food. Why? Because they are not healthy for us and they will cause many health problems. Okay? Like consuming the junk food can increase the risk of constipation. Constipation, you know, the person may not be able to clean his bowel. Bowel means toilet will not be clear. Obesity, that is the person will become fat. And diabetes, that is blood sugar level will also increase. High blood pressure and the heart disease will be there. Now the last one, that is following crash diet or food fads. Crash diet means if we take food all of a sudden, that can lead to drastic weight in loss in short term. So we should not take the crash diet. That may also result in higher weight gain and other health problems in the long term by creating imbalance in the process of digestion. So what are the healthy food habits that we should practice? In the next class, we'll discuss about the healthy food habits, that what should we do in order to maintain our good health. Okay? Now, this healthy food habits, already I said about what we studied about the unhealthy food habits, in which many points were discussed, starting from skipping a breakfast, long gaps between the meals. Then we studied overeating, eating late at night, munching on high calorie food with while doing some other activities that can be avoided, and eating junk food regularly. This one also we can minimize or reduce, or we can already totally stop that junk food because it is in no way good for our health. Sometimes it's okay if you consume pizza or this chips and chocolates, but every day if you make it a regular habit of consuming the junk food, that will cause health problems. Okay, like it can result in obesity, constipation, diabetes and many more diseases, blood pressure, heart disease. So why to get all these unwanted diseases if we can avoid eating junk food. Instead of that, we can take the fresh vegetables and fruits which are much beneficial to us. So instead of taking the junk food, it's better to take an apple or to take any other fruits which is available in the season. Okay. Then last one is following crash diets or food fads. It causes imbalance in the process of digestion. So instead of consuming the crash diets, we should take the diets which are recommended by our parents or which is given by the parents, because parents know about your well-being and about the health of your health. So they can suggest you what type of food you should eat. So you should not deny that no, I will not take this chapati or I will not take rice. They are the best or the good for your health as compared to the foods which are available in the market or which you buy from outside. They may not be that much healthy, they may not be that much neat and clean as it is prepared in your home. Okay, so try to eat homemade food. Prefer the homemade foods which are prepared by your mother in the kitchen, in your kitchen, not the one which is cooked outside in the hotels or in the roadside dhabas. They are not good, okay, as compared to yours. So today this much only. After watching this video, you can like the video and in the comments write a sentence, and tomorrow whenever we have the next class, we'll have the interactive class in which we'll continue with healthy food habits, the next paragraph, and after that one more paragraph is there and then question answers. Thank you.